Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're digging into Cronopios, a really surreal short story by Jose Casagrande that gets at this huge question. Where does creativity actually come from? So let's jump right in.
You know, every great story has to start somewhere. And this one, it kicks off on this quiet side street, right in front of a house that just feels heavy. Heavy with silence, with memories. It's the kind of place you'd normally just walk right by, but for some reason, today, our narrator, he stops.
So, what makes him stop? Well, it's a yard sale. Just a simple yard sale. Seems pretty ordinary, right? But this scene, as easy as it is to just walk on by, turns out to hold the key to, well, to everything.
And there, on the porch, you've got the old man. He's sitting there, surrounded by all his stuff, these little bits and pieces of a life, and the look on his face, it's like he's both nostalgic and just done. Like he's watched centuries go by. So it's just him and our narrator. These are the only two people we're going to meet before things get weird. The first thing that grabs the narrator's attention is this stack of books, and he picks one up and realizes the old man, this JC guy, he's the author. A forgotten author, and his books are just filled with these wild, out-there ideas. Parallel universes, alternate histories. It's this little hint, right? A clue that maybe, just maybe, what's happening in reality at this yard sale is about to get as strange as the fiction he's holding.
Okay, so our narrator's seeing the books. He's kind of thinking, all right, that's interesting, and he's just about to walk away, to just move on with his day. But then, he hears something. A sound that is totally out of place. It's this stealthy rustle, a quiet scratching sound. It almost feels like it's coming from somewhere else entirely. And he traces it to this small, dark wooden trunk, not much bigger than an old suitcase. The old man, he tries to distract him, right? Hey, look at these binoculars. How about this clock? But nope, it's too late. Our guy is completely hooked. He just has to know. He has to ask the question. And this question, this is what blows the whole story wide open. His curiosity is just, it's off the charts now. And you get the sense the old man knew this was coming, that this moment was always going to happen. So the old man just lets out this long sigh, and he gives the secret a single name, Cronopios. And then he does something even weirder. He offers the trunk for free, not for sale. You can't buy it. But you can have it. A priceless secret just handed over. The narrator, he must feel like he just won the lottery. He grabs that trunk and basically rushes home. Okay, so what exactly are Cronopios? Well, they're these little figures, think 1950s Barbie doll sized. They're green, elastic, bald, with these faces that are kind of human but also kind of androgynous. And their skin, that is their clothing. It's this impossible, bizarre thing that's now sitting in a box in our narrator's possession.
So he gets it home, right? Back in his own living room, and his patience just evaporates. He has to know what's inside. He opens that trunk, and bam, in a single instant, his entire world gets flipped upside down.
The silence is just shattered. These three little figures explode out of the trunk. And his living room? It's not a living room anymore, it's a stage. And they immediately become characters. One's a typist, just hammering away at a typewriter at this insane speed. Another's a clown, and the third, get this, a Gestapo agent. They're literally snatching the warm pages as they come out of the typewriter and acting out this whole film noir drama right there on the spot. This isn't a rehearsal. This is pure, raw, instantaneous creation happening right in front of him.
The whole thing probably only lasts for a few minutes, but for the narrator, it feels like an eternity. And then, poof, just as fast as it all started, it's over. And the silence comes back. But it's different now. It's not the normal quiet of an empty room. This silence is profound. It's heavier somehow. It's been changed because of the absolute wonder that just happened in it. The air itself feels different.
Just think about the change here. Before, he had a normal room, an ordinary silence, a trunk he could open. But now the room is a stage. The silence is deep and meaningful. And the trunk, it's sealed, hermetically sealed. He had access to the magic, but now that he's experienced it, all he has left is the memory and this heavy, profound quiet. Right before they vanish, the typist does one last thing. It's this very solemn, almost formal gesture. He gives a little bow, and he hands the narrator the pages, the script. They're still warm. And then, one by one, they just file back into the trunk. The lid clicks shut, and that's it. It's just a box again, a sealed, inert thing. So our narrator is alone again. The miracle is gone. But it didn't leave him with nothing. It left something real, something tangible behind.
And he's just left there with all these questions bouncing around in his head. What are they? How do they even exist? How do they breathe inside that dark, sealed box? These are his own questions, filling that new, deep silence. And there are no answers. There's no way to know. The mystery is total. And this, I think, is really the heart of the whole story. The source of all that creativity, the Cronopios themselves. They're gone. They're locked away forever in this puzzle he can never solve. The magic is out of reach. But the product of that magic, the script that they created from nothing, that's still there. That remains. It's the only proof he has that any of it ever happened.
So, here's the thought I want to leave you with. This story, it doesn't try to give you an answer about where creativity comes from. In fact, it kind of suggests it's this fleeting, mysterious, almost alien thing. A force that we get to witness, but we can never, ever control it or really understand it. Which brings us to the big question, right? Is art just the beautiful ghost left behind by a magic we can never truly hold on to?